Alright, ladies and gentlemen, hopefully we are now live. It is Maze Day. We've got the maze coming later, we got chill challenges, I think we got gifting starting today as well. It's going to be a big day, man. There is a lot of stuff to cover, so much to do, but we also need to grind a little bit of arena as well, man. We've got to stay on top form for that. So let's get stuck in today, boys. I want to probably put the 6-star champions on cooldown first. So let's try and get a few of these lads on cooldown. Let's go for Captain America, Infinity War, Guillotine, and Rocket here, because there's a good chance if we're staying up late, we might be able to get a second round these 6-star champions in a little bit later as well. So it's a priority just to smash these ones out and kind of get them on the timer. But what is up, boss? Hope you're doing well today. And I think because I've uploaded quite a bit in the last 24 hours, there is not a great chance that notifications are actually going to go out for this live stream. But hey, we'll see what happens, man. It's you and me, boss, at the moment, just the two of us. How are you doing today, my friend? Hope you're well wherever you are in the world at the moment. Right, I do need to turn the volume down a little bit. It's blurring out a bit too much. Right, we don't want to use the special one because we're not interested in stunning Mordo. Bro, I remember when Mordo first came out and Captain America World War II was like the friggin' guy for Mordo. Just the best option. Well, Magic was pretty good as well for those talented players, but Cap in World War II was just an absolute slugger for that boss. Yo, what's up, Alexa? Jacob, Jeffrey, Yodi de Bear. I hope you're doing well, man. A little bit of a difficult name to digest there with all the alternative characters, but very, very swag, man. Very, very swag. Alright, let's try the special too. Hopefully he's not going to be able to evade that. Oh, we didn't quite get the crit that we were looking for there. There we go, man. Very, very nice medium on Rocket. Rocket, you know, I love Rocket on the free-to-play account, but we certainly don't have too much of a use for him on the main one. But maybe at some point in the future, there could be some interesting stuff that we could do with 6-star Rocket Raccoon. Okay. Oh, man. Guillotine just cuts up the arena, doesn't she? Fantastic. I was watching my other video, the one where I got 2 red skulls. Do you mean Ghost Riders? Is that it? Not too sure which one you might be on about there. The one from an hour ago was when I was reviewing the what is it? The holiday calendar for this year, which is incredibly good, man. Very, very satisfied with it, and we don't even know what the chilled challenges are yet. So I think they did a tremendously good job at that. I'm curious to see what we have in store today, though, man. Those chilled challenges, I think they are either going to be really, really good and have some insane rewards, or be a little bit rubbish. And I'm really hoping that they have something good in store, man. Because this month has been a little bit lackluster so far in comparison to last year. The anniversary event certainly wasn't much of a spectacle there, so we'll see what's up, man. I'm quite happy about yesterday's, what is it, Crystal Gamble that we went for, man. Awakening the 5-star Sentinel. I was thinking of doing a gameplay video, because I've played quite a bit of Unawakened Sentinel, but I've never played him Awakened, and he's much, much easier to play when Awakened. So yeah, I was thinking of having a bit of fun today with the Awakened Sentinel. Because the Awakened ability just allows you to get the analysis like significantly more easy. So it just becomes a bit more of a treat to play the character, because it's a bit of a pain trying to build up the analysis charges. Yo, what is up, Fark? Dude, nothing much, my boy. Just excited for all the stuff a little bit later today. Kabam annoying everyone by not announcing the chill challenges. It's always a little bit annoying, man, because I love to kind of review the information like a day or two before and just have everything prepared so that I'm ready to, you know, take on the challenges and that I have the expectation of how difficult it's going to be. So yeah, they do that with the celebrity challenges as well, and just kind of drop the announcement on us as soon as they launch. So I definitely prefer having the information like a day or two ahead of time. They kind of just need to get caught up, in my opinion. That would be very, very nice. But yeah, it is what it is, man. Very excited for the maze, though. The maze seems like it's going to be a bit interesting and something that could be quite fun to 100% live later this evening. My dude, what's going on? Hello, Mole Nation. Hope you're doing well, mate. I think the Gwenpool goes to the movies. Clue is in chilled, casual challenges. Yeah, I don't think they're going to be anything overly difficult, especially paired with the, what is it? The maze that's coming tonight. So I'm curious to see like what the rewards are going to be, because a huge part of the login calendar as well, especially the Christmas one, is like the 9 entries into chilled challenges. I'm curious to see if there's going to be like any more ways to get entries at all, or if it's like just something that's kind of associated with the login calendar, or maybe there's going to be like something built into the gifting event as well, because it seems to be kind of built around this like 2-week time frame with the login calendar and gifting. So yeah, I'm a bit curious to find out some more about what we can expect in terms of difficulty and rewards, because they could be really, really good, man, or they could be a little bit disappointing. And there's like no side event this month on top of the regular event so far, because usually every event launches with like something a little bit extra, a little bit spicy on the side. Seatin, who would I rank up? A 4-star unawakened magical Ghost Rider? I mean, they're both really great options, man. So, it depends which one you like the most, I would say. Like, there's good arguments for both of the characters. Depends which one you feel is serving you more in the current state of the game. And, like, what you're, you know, looking for and what star those characters are. But they're both very good champions to have as high as possible. I have a 4-star Awakening Gem, Star-Lord or Starkanaut Spider-Man. Well, Star-Lord needs it, but Starkanaut Spider-Man definitely heavily benefits from a 4-star Awakening Gem. Gets a lot more crit there, so it can be a very, very useful character to have awakened. So, yeah, I don't know, if you're a big fan of the Starkanaut Spider-Man, I'd probably just put full Willy into him. But if you want another character that's really, really good as a tech, then maybe go for Star-Lord. But Stark is overall the better character, especially as a 4-star. Do I still play Transformers Forge to Fight? Have I played Future Fight? The answer is I'm not currently playing either of those games. But I've heard good things about Marvel Future Fight recently. I've watched quite a lot of gameplay of Marvel Future Fight, because I watch a bit of Cynic Alex now and again. And I like that Marvel Contest of Champions seems significantly more interactive than Marvel Future Fight. Because, like, when I played it, my experience for the couple of weeks that I played it, again, I didn't get overly far in the game, but it just seemed very much like Marvel Auto Fight. And that's what I've referred to it since. But I think some of the stuff does present a bit more of a interactive challenge. But I find some of the combat a little bit clunky in comparison to how smooth MCOC can be on a top device. But I don't know, man. Again, I haven't like properly checked it out in quite some time, so I may be completely incorrect on that. Yo, what is up, Jammin? Thank you very much for the super chat, sir. Is 5-star Morningstar worth rank 4 unawakened? If you are a very big Morningstar player and you quite like her, then I would say yes. But Morningstar is a character that she's a bit of a Marmite character. People either love her or hate her. So if you really enjoy playing Morningstar, man, I go for it. And if you've got good use for her and stuff like Alliance War, Alliance Quest, and general progression, then she can be worth it. But you need to be pretty committed to Morningstar to really get good benefit out of the character. Right, ladies and gentlemen, it is a sweat box in here now. The heating has gone on a little bit too much, so let me just quickly turn it down a tad, and then we'll be back. Okay, should start to cool down a little bit more in here. You'll see in for this Noobs 5.1 push. Should I 550 Awakened Aegon, Cap Infinity War, Iron Man Infinity War, Domino, or Unawakened Medusa? Oh, who's probably going to be the most useful out of those characters? I don't know. I feel like there's... I don't know if Aegon's going to be too useful for Act 5, because I'm not too sure if the staff is going to last long enough. So, I'd probably, in your scenario, go either Cap Infinity War or Domino. Like, there's a good argument for Medusa as well. She can work decently unawakened, and is very valuable for the end of Act 5 as well. But I'd say it's probably between those three. But Aegon, I suppose Aegon would serve you quite well. But I think if I was playing personally, just because I'm not too sure there's going to be enough ramp up for Aegon, I'm thinking about where he would be effective and where he wouldn't. Some of your biggest problems are probably masochism and getting those Bane transfers as well. No, I'd probably go Cap Infinity War. Just, I love Cap Infinity War so much, man. Such a big fan of that character. But yeah, there's good arguments for a lot of characters, man. I'd say it's a bit of personal preference, and whoever you find you're playing best with. Yo, what is up, Jeff? Hope you're doing well. Alright, I need to quickly, update Jamin as our Blubbery Swell of the Day with the $3 super chat. What's that? You'll see I'm from UK, Cheshire. I have a Magic Ghost Rider 550 and Morningstar rank 3 5-star. Should I rank 3 and undupe 5-star Voodoo for EQ, or will he not be that useful unduped? I wouldn't rank him up Unawakened, man, especially with the characters that you have already. You're just not going to use him. So that would be my advice. Like, Voodoo is a very, very good character when awakened, but unawakened, he's so unreliable and missing like half of his mechanics. So, yeah, I think Voodoo is one of those characters that just needs to be awakened if you want to play with him well. Because, yeah, the other Mystic characters just roll over him unawakened. Do I think rank down tickets are going to be coming back this Christmas? I certainly hope so, man. That'd be really good to see, because I want to rank down my Medusa on the free-to-play account so I can rank up Venom. Fingers crossed, man. Jeff said, to answer somebody else's question, I took my Duke Morningstar to rank 5. I feel about her the way you used to talk about Hulkbuster. Got to go 4 Morningstar, I think. Yeah, Morningstar is definitely one of those characters that because, you know, she's got like a 5-soul ramp up, you do need to play her quite a bit. And I think one of the annoyances is that stuff is very quickly over once you've got her fully ramped up. But she's, you know, if you commit to Morningstar, if you really, really enjoy her play style, then, you know, more power to you. But if you want to take Morningstar up, man, you've really got to commit to her being one of your main characters to really get some good value out of her. Because she's not the absolute best character. She's very, very good and can get through a crap ton of stuff, though. I've even seen people do stuff like 100% Labyrinth of Legends with Morningstar, so that's tremendously impressive. Well, not every single fight, but quite a lot of the fights in there. And use them as use Morningstar as like the main damage dealer. But, you know, it does take a bit of time. I don't know why I went for the poison there. Should have just gone for a bit of a meaty special, too. Right, I kind of need to bait out the special here. Damn. I remember the first event when Iceman was introduced, I found it so difficult to fight Iceman. It's absolutely ridiculous. How much cutoff for the Massacre Arena? If you go anything over 3 million, it should be fine. 3.5 million to be safe, though, is what you want to aim for. Yo, what is up, Hector? Who did I use for the double power gain Mordo with a weird kinetic reactor type node? I'm trying to make Morningstar work and it's not working, so I have to settle with Magic. Whereabouts is that Mordo, Hector? Is that somewhere in Variant? Because yeah, I'm just trying to think which Mordo you might be referring to. I'm assuming it's something to do with Variant, but I think I used. I don't know. I might have actually used Starking Out Spider-Man on that node, if that's in the Mystic and Tech chapter. But yeah, I can't quite remember, man. Oh, it's all good, man. Yeah, Cap is very good, man. The more and more I play Cap in Map 6, the more I'm like, this character is just an MVP for dealing with so many matchups. Like that block proficiency. Oh, it's ridiculous, mate. Absolutely ridiculous. And the amount of damage you can get off the heavy attacks as well is just so stupid. And to top it all off, you've got that absolutely mega special too. Why rank down Medusa and rank up Venom? So on the free-to-play account, I want to make decisions that are different to my main account in terms of ranking up characters. So now that we got Venom, and Venom's like super charged, and on the main account we've taken Medusa up to rank 5 for Alliance Quest and Alliance War. You know, I'd really like to have somebody slightly alternative on the free-to-play account. A rank 5 Venom, man. Not a lot of people have a rank 5 Venom. 2.3, I'm just trying to remember that Mordo. I think I used Starkanaut Spider-Man, Hector, to the best of my memory. Is that the Mordo? He's like on the right-hand side or something like that. Because I think I used Stark, paid a lot of attention, and just baited out the specials. Like, I got to 10 poise charges. Because also with Stark's a pretty decent matchup for Mordo because of the taunt and also the ability to have like that emergency power drain as well, which can really help, like when he's backed into the corner, getting his power gain, which is a lot of the time you die against Mordo. So surprisingly, he works so well for that matchup. Enter the Maze live stream tonight. You know it, mate. 6 o'clock UK time. We're going to be going for 100%. I'm really excited. It's going to be tremendous fun. Just pulled 6-star Red Skull. Is there literally anything I can do with him, or is he pure trash? He's certainly not the best. He's got very good block proficiency. I guess that's something to highlight. Might be useful in certain scenarios in the future. I think most people that get Red Skull, like, he's alright to put on Alliance War defense. On some nodes, you can get a bit of value off of him. But yeah, he's definitely not one of the most desirable 6-star champions, but better than a Deadpool X-Force. So that's the very small silver lining there. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I used Starkanaut Spider-Man Hector. If you go to the Chapter 2 live stream and then kind of like rewind to the end of it, you'll be able to see, because it's just something that at the moment isn't like overly fresh in my mind. So I can't give you the best advice off the top of my head, my friend. Hey, Seatin, Semi recently came back to the game after a 3-year break and got uncollected today. Man, you're smashing out. Congratulations. Dude, I'm very glad that my guides could be of service, my friend. It seems like you're doing a tremendously good job at getting back into the swing of progression. And hopefully you're enjoying the game a little bit after your 3-year hiatus. Should I rank up my Cap Infinity War Awakened or rank 4 Killmonger Awakened? If I was in your scenario, I'd personally go for the Cap Infinity War, but Killmonger is not a bad option if you really enjoy playing the character. But I think Captain America Infinity War presents a huge amount of value, especially if you're looking at something like Variant. Oh, pardon me there. Oh my goodness. Gosh, that one just kind of snuck out, eh? But yeah, Cap Infinity War, man, very valuable, especially if you're looking at stuff like Variant. The final chapter is like where a lot of the difficulty is at, and Cap Infinity War, he slays there, man. He does such a good job. How many hours till the new content starts? It's 5 and a bit hours, mate. Oh, it's all good, Dean. Congratulations. AQ Kingpin is shrugging off Wasps. Mid-combo heavy. I have no idea, man. I've never tried Wasp in that matchup. So yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I'm not too sure how our Quantum Stun works with Kingpin. I'm not too sure if that's meant to be normal or not. Yeah, don't really know too much about that interaction. Film it, Abby, and put it on Reddit. I want to see it, man. I want to see it for myself. It's good to know, though. How am I getting so many 6-star shards? Alliance War, my friend. Alliance War, Event Quest, Variant. There have also been, like, on my main account, like Black Friday, Cyber Monday. But yeah, there's quite a few sources kind of deep in the end game. But on my free-to-play account, it's just literally like Alliance War Season Gold 1 rewards and event quests and Act 5. And that's allowed us, because we've done 12 months of the event quest 100%, and we have also done Act 5 100%. So that is enough for 3.5 characters there. Add on top the Champions Challenge. It's another 2,500. And the rest is just from Alliance War seasons and duplicating 5-star champions as well. So yeah, there'll be some more updated information early next year on how to farm 6-star champions and all of the ways that are present. Where's the gifting event? I think 6 o'clock today, Timothy. It's going to be coming out. So we're keeping an eye on it. But I'm already making arrangements to swap crystals so we can go straight into a fairly sizable gifting opening a little bit later this evening. But I think the gifting is going to start at the same time as the maze and also the chilled challenges. So the plan is to smash out the maze and then do a big gifting opening and then go for the chilled challenges. But I'm not too sure if we're going to get like the resources to unlock chilled challenges immediately, or if we're going to have to wait till like what is midnight over here to get the first like night thrasher gadget, you know, because it's from the second day of the logging calendar. So yeah, I'm not too sure. One of the cool things, you can hit into block and then special one, unblockable, man. Some interesting ways to use Carnage. I really want to rank 5 Carnage and Venom on the free-to-play, man. We are going to get it done sometime in the next 6 months. Look at that juicy ranked Vulture. Bro, the Vulture rank up and gameplay video was sick. It was so much fun. If you missed it, that's probably one of the best rank up gameplay videos we've done on the channel, because we put in so much work with Vulture. Like, I figured out how to use his power control quite well. And Vulture, he isn't the worst. He's definitely not the best, but he's not the worst. And we had, yeah, just so much fun in that video. So it's one to maybe add to the watch list if you haven't already clocked it. Act 6 releasing date, no idea, my friend. It's anybody's guess at this point. Sometime in January, February, I would assume. There's going to be so much going on next year with Act 6 and all the new events for Captain Marvel, Avengers Endgame, Spider-Man Far From Home. Like, we are in for a absolutely colossal 2019 in Marvel Contest of Champions. I'm excited, man. I'm excited. I love me some new content. Hey, what is up, Twiggy? Thank you very much for the 5 UK pound super chat, equivalent to $7 US, which does make you our blubberiest whale of the day. I know sometimes the super chats can be a little bit weird with the questions, man. So if there's anything you were asking in chat, I'm certainly going to be on the lookout for it, Twiggy. But absolute mad love to you. Let's get you up there as our blubberiest whale of the day. Okay, right. Let's go for the remind me later. And update this one. Right, perfect. Act 44 release date and Labyrinth 2. I don't believe there's going to be a Labyrinth of Legends 2. Because I think, I don't know if I asked it this year, but last year at New York Comic Con, I was like, is there going to be another Labyrinth of Legends anytime soon? And they're like, no, we're just not interested in doing another Labyrinth. I think they'd rather focus on act-based content and challenges, which is absolute fair play. Because I think Labyrinth of Legends is aging a little bit weirdly in Marvel Contest of Champions. It's getting like pushed further and further down, and you know, when you look at the newer stuff, the rewards for Labyrinth, especially 100%, you kind of look at it and you're like, oh, is it really worth it? And it still is for the Tier 2 Alpha, but as Tier 2 Alpha become more common, I don't know, man. I feel like it's going to fall into a really, really weird place this time next year. But I don't know if, you know, 6-star rank 3 champions are going to make stuff significantly easier. But Labyrinth is still by no means face roll. There's a lot of very annoying stuff in it. But yeah, it's just a little bit weird. A little bit weird. What was that, Bo? I did not end up sleeping on the couch yesterday. She laughed at the conversation. Oh, fantastic, man. Fantastic. I'm glad I didn't end up getting you into trouble, my friend. But yeah, I think they definitely are going to need to revisit some of the difficulty versus rewards for certain content next year. Because I still think, like, stuff like Road to the Labyrinth of Legends, like, rewards-wise, is in a very, very weird place. where a lot of people, like, they try Road to Labyrinth of Legends before they've, like, done Act 5, and it's just not a good idea at all, because it's like more annoying in my opinion than a lot of stuff in Act 5, and the rewards are crap, man. They're so bad. They're so terrible. So yeah, my advice to anybody with Road to the Labyrinth of Legends is, like, don't even bother to you've 100% Act 5, and like, you know, just need to do it to open Labyrinth of Legends, because they're terrible. It's like 1,000, you know, 5-star shards. Just abysmal. And also is there a I don't think there's even a generic gem. It's like a random 4-star awakening gem. It's just crap. Hey, Seatin, just found gold pool last night. Is it worth ranking up to rank 3? He's alright to take up a little bit, man. He's not, like, complete crap, but he's not the best champion out there. So we've got some, like, gold pool gameplay on the channel if you want to see, but he's alright, man. There's nothing really, like, special that gold pool does, in all fairness. It's got a little bit of damage, so I wonder what percentage of players have done Labyrinth. I'd say it's got to be incredibly low. Got to be something like, you know, 0.1%, something like that, because they're, especially with mobile games, there's such a variance in terms of, like, the level of players. And one thing I think that a lot of people always underestimate when it comes to mobile games is the amount of, like, really casual players in Marvel Contest of Champions. Like, people that just have, you know, downloaded this game from the App Store, they've seen, like, an advert on another game, and they, like, have never looked up a video on YouTube or engaged with the community in any way. They just occasionally, like, open MCOC once in a while to do, like, a couple of fights on the bus or something like that. But there are so many very casual players. But, you know, even the players that kind of engage with the community, man, there's tons of them. There's so many MCOC players out there. Like my YouTube channel, in terms of views, and you can, you know, look up these metrics on stuff like Social Blade. You know, my content gets anywhere between about 2.5 to 4 million views every single month. Like, a lot of MCOC videos are being watched. And even in terms of my analytics, in the last, like, 48 hours, I've got over 220,000 video views. So that's a lot, man. When you think about it in terms of, like, a stadium, for example, it kind of really helps to put it into perspective. Like, you know, think about if you've been to, like, a concert or a gig, like, how many people are there. Like, you know, if you've been to a small, like, rock gig or a rapper or something, and there's maybe, like, 500 or 1,000 people, and it's a bit rowdy, it's a bit hectic, or, like, a nightclub where there's a couple of hundred, or you've been to an arena like the London O2 where there's about 20,000 people, and then you think about that times 10, man. That's how many people have just watched MCOC content in the last 48 hours. So, yeah, it's crazy, mate. Crazy. And even kind of beyond that, it seems to be, it's a really weird thing. I've said this about Marvel Contest of Champions before, but I'm used to playing, like, MMOs like World of Warcraft in the past previously, where the player base kind of looks like it. Like, at start a new expansion, there'll be loads of people playing, or the release of the game, so many people, and then it'll just be a gradual decline. Whereas Marvel Contest of Champions is a little bit more of a wave that always seems to kind of tint upwards. And one of the reasons for that is just accessibility. Like, so many more people are, you know, every single day, thousands, tens of thousands of people worldwide, even hundreds of thousands, upgrade their mobile phones. And everybody's looking for just stuff to do, really. So, fair play. My nephew has the Ancient One title, and he's played extremely casual for years and didn't play for a period of 2 years. Damn, man. He's played other mobile games and says MCOC is too unbalanced. I mean, fair play, if that's his interpretation of it. I think I can definitely agree with that to a certain extent, because there's a lot of variance in terms of character power levels, but I still think with the amount of character gain at the moment, you know, you can quite easily pick up a character within your first couple of months of playing that's going to get you through the majority of content in the game. Yo, what's up, my man Steve Wester? Hope you're doing well today. And also, I do need to look for any questions from our last mysterious super chat, Twiggy. Got a little bit caught up about talking about all sorts of stuff. I legit feel bad for the endgame players. Map 7 and Whale Wars will create a chronic disease for those people. Yeah, man, I definitely agree. I think Map 7, especially with the increased stress of every single Alliance War season, is just... And like Act 6, we're going to have even higher power levels of defenders as well. So yeah, I don't know, man. I think Kabam, you know, they do seriously need to evaluate the direction moving forward of what they expect from endgame players in terms of their time commitments, and when it comes to what kind of difficulty they want to subject them to in a team-based activity on a daily basis. It's just I don't know. I kind of feel like as well that there aren't many other mobile games that kind of have this level of stress and intensity, and I feel like Kabam are very much experimenting. This is just that amount. I feel like we all kind of feel like guinea pigs sometimes. They're like, kind of, how far can we push them, man? And I feel like what they've learned from Alliance War Seasons is that if you push people too far, a lot of people are going to drop off, and I really hope they're learning that lesson now. Because I did raise it directly at New York Comic Con with some Kabam employees, and they didn't seem overly comfortable with the rate people were leaving top alliances in Marvel Contest of Champions. And you can definitely see it in terms of the leaderboards, man. Alliances collapsing. Ones that were previously, like, you know, outside of the top 100 are now kind of in the top 50, top 20. You know, it is a factor of people getting better as well. Oh, gosh. Yeah, I think I saw you in... Was it Omni Chat trying to get Yondu? You do a pretty good Yondu run against that Korg and Electro. I think it was Electro, actually. But yeah, you did have to... I wallet warriored my way through those two fights, man. They were really, really annoying when it came to Variant. The comment section of my War Rant video is golden. The 240k PI, not level 60 players are the ones that are always given out. You know, it's one of those things, man, where they're like... You could... There were all sorts of very interesting comments on that. People being like, it's not a problem. And at the end of the day, I just kind of think if endgame players are in mass abandoning or retiring from the end of a game, like at a rate that we've never seen before, that's a problem. That is an issue. And whether or not it affects you is somewhat irrelevant to a certain extent, because if the endgame players, if the whales, if the big players, the big spenders are retiring for a game that's free to play and reliant on people paying and playing, then eventually that's going to trickle down and have an impact on content development if the game starts making less money, and it's going to affect you in the end. So, you know, there are definitely a few... There's a lot of people that provide very great and very insightful comments on YouTube videos, but there are also definitely some comments that I read from people who maybe lack a sense of perspective that do decay some brain cells. But, you know, it is what it is, man. Everybody's got their own opinion, their own perspective. Oh yeah, I don't play Marvel Strike Force anymore. I feel like I just need to do a video addressing it, man, because I get so many questions about it, and I didn't do a video for leaving the second time. But I'd like to do quite a fun video that was a little bit silly, because Marvel Strike, I'm so glad I left when I did, because it's a goddamn downhill clown fiesta. Oh, did I miss a super chat? Oh, thank you very much, Lord. Yo, Steve Wester, dude, I'm so sorry, man. I got incredibly distracted there. Steve, thank you very much for all of your support this year, man. You've been an absolute top lad. Happy holidays, mate. Maybe an updated synergy list would be a great video. There's definitely something I want to do with synergies. And I've been thinking about a good way to do it, because there's kind of like two different categories of synergies. There's like the ones that kind of work for like most characters, like crit synergies, attack synergies, power gain synergies, stun synergies. But then there's also like a bit of a breakdown on like team synergies as well. So I'm thinking about how I would like to kind of structure and organize that video, and what's maybe the best way to approach that. But definitely, man, that is one of the massive requests that I've got over the last few months. It's just more updated info on synergies, because there's so much out there now, and especially with all the new characters and these like 100 or so unique synergies that we've got this year. Some of them good, some of them like fairly like crap and useless. A lot of people have been asking for that info. So yeah, man, as long as Crystal Opening Whale is playing, we are fine. Yeah, like, I don't think MCOC in its current state is in any financial problems. I think it's just very important to look at stuff and deeply consider what could stress people out and move them away from the game. Especially when it comes to the top of the top. Should I start a free-to-play account with a Christmas calendar? I mean, if you're ever going to start a free-to-play account or want a second account, now is a pretty good time to. But, you don't really need a second account unless you're very, very deep into the game. Like, it's incredibly time-consuming having one account. So, if you've, got a main account to focus on, you should probably just focus on that if you've still got plenty to do. Yo, what's up, boy? Hope you're doing well, mate. Did my free-to-play masteries get you through Act 5? Yeah, it did, man. My free-to-play masteries got me through Labyrinth of Legends as well. If you want to have a look at my free-to-play mastery setup, we did do a video on it just over a week ago. Seatin, long-time lurker, first time watching your stream, could never catch you live until now. Thanks for all the guides with Road to Labyrinth of Legends and Champions. If I ever come to Japan, let me know. Bro, I really want to go to Japan, man. Japan looks crazy. So yeah, I'll let you know at some point, man. I will let you know. It seems insane. But I think we're looking to, I don't know if we're looking to go there, I think next year, me and my girlfriend. So yeah, maybe, man. Maybe not next year, maybe the year after. So yeah, maybe 2020. Actually, is it going to be the year after that? I don't know. I really want to go to Japan soon, man. It looks sick. Because my boy Lol Joe is always in Japan. And I always see his friggin' Instagram feed. And it's crazy, man. It's crazy. He just posts all sorts of insane stuff. Like, what? Kind of looks like the place to be. And my parents went to Japan like a couple of months ago, and they said it was honestly one of the most insane places they've ever been. They went to Japan and China. They weren't a fan of China, but they loved Japan. They absolutely loved it. Trying to hype the maze. I mean, the maze, it might be good, but either way, you can watch me make all of the mistakes live and figure out easy ways to do it tonight. What's that? Urgent. I need urgent heavy for AQ boss for wasp heavy stun work. I don't know. I don't know, man. Oh, God. Somebody said this earlier, Moodit. Somebody said that wasp was shrugging off. Kingpin in AQ was shrugging off wasps heavy. So I don't know the answer, but if you don't want to risk it, don't use those heavy attacks. But it's 50-50 gamble, man. Why isn't Venom an above God tier champion in my opinion? I just think champions like Hyperion and Medusa are overall a bit more effective at dealing damage and also have more utility applications for the wider game. because there are, you know, the armor break on Medusa is just so valuable, and the ability to shut down robots just comes in so handy. And Hyperion's power gain is just practically so incredibly useful, because I think Venom's really good, but again, like the tier list, man, just use it for what it is, like a very rough guide to how I think champions kind of rank comparatively speaking. Certainly not the be-all and end-all, and if Venom to you is an above gold tier champion, the best character in the game, then fair play, because he certainly does have quite a few good matchups, and stuff that he's very good for, like fighting Spider-Verse characters, yeah, Spider-Verse characters, that's it, because it's Spider-Gwen as well, and Iron Man Infinity War, pretty decent matchup there. Damn, Seatin, I awoke. You're still making videos. I'm calling you Power Man Andreas. As you may be aware, it's December, man, which is payday for the YouTubers, my friend. Payday. You got those big ad revenue bucks in December. You've got to make the most of it, really. It's got to sit out, grind it out. We're going to make so much content today, though, when it comes to some of the new stuff a little bit later. And also, I took down Map 6 Void with a link node active earlier. Almost a 60k PI Void. Recorded a pretty sick kill video, which I'm going to be putting live as well after. So if you're ever looking for a pretty much perfect example of how to fight Void in Alliance Quest, it might be pretty useful. I know a lot of the players in this chat now probably know how to fight Mephisto and make him his bitch. Make him your bitch. But I thought it might be useful for somebody in the future that's looking up how to fight Mephisto in Map 6. And it's a pretty cool kill. Is Star-Lord a good champion? Just shoot my 5-star. Oh, he's a great champion, man. Very good. Crazy damage ramp up if you can keep that combo. I want to take Venom to rank 5 on the free-to-play account, just because I really like Venom, man. He's definitely one of my most enjoyable champions to play. Any idea on how to fight the Collector? I'd have a look at the free-to-play versus the Collector video, but I think the best tactic is literally just hold block, bait out those heavy attacks, be really quick on them, and then go into punish. But he is a very fast-moving opponent, but you've just got to kind of get used to that charging animation. But just look up, like, free-to-play Collector, and then kind of observe on that one. It's probably the best video for learning how to deal with that encounter, but again, don't really expect to get too far with a lot of champions. Oh, lucky man, Chain Dart. Congratulations. Okay, let's swap these two characters around, and I want to see if we can get up to just past 5 million on this stream. Oh, it's all good. What are my thoughts on Corvus, and will I be ranking if I get him? Bro, I love Corvus, man. Corvus is an insane character. He's so useful for so much. Got crazy damage, the ability to absolutely shatter opponents through block. Best champion for invade. Very valuable Alliance War defender. On like any stun immune node, especially like can be very valuable on like the final boss as well, in kind of low to mid tier Alliance Wars. So yeah, Corvus has all sorts of uses, mate. But I think we've got like a video on the channel of when Corvus was just released, of me playing Corvus as a 4-star in Act 5. And it's called like Corvus is Insane. And we had so much fun in that video, man. So if you want to see me playing Corvus, then that video is somewhere in the archives of the channel. Right, Cyclops, you got that super effective armor break, so no more armor for this lad. Yeah. Straight in the bin. Yossi, and I hope you're well. I've got a bit of a strange question, but I'm uncollected and can clear uncollected event 100% each month with max 4-star champions. I haven't got any 5-star gold tier champions and have items expiring. Is there a second part to that question? I'm a little bit confused as to what you want me to answer. I assume it's tier 2 alpha related, and that you're going to send it across a list of characters. Because they're... But yeah, let me know, man. Let me know. But it sounds like you're doing very well if you're smashing out uncollected at 100% every month with 4-star champions. So yeah, more power to you, my friend. What does OG's Black Panther Awakened ability do? It gives him it gives him like an additional bleed. I think activates on crits as well. So yeah, just more damage really, more bleed. But I want to do like a Black Panther gameplay video soon, man. I want to take him up to rank 3 as a 5-star champion. Well, my favourite champion to see in the contest, I'd like to see like Galactus or Sandman at the moment. Those are my top 2. I really want to. I'm really excited to see what they do with Mysterio next year, because he's probably going to be added around the release of Spider-Man Homecoming. Sorry, not Spider-Man Homecoming. Spider-Man Far From Home. There's too many homes in the Spider-Man movie titles, man. Yo, what is up, Gem? Thank you very much for the super chat. Certainly do appreciate it. I am very glad that the Uncollected Guide could be of service. Should I take up Sabretooth or Iceman? Both unduped. Sabretooth for the damage and the Iceman counter, because he's, you know, immune to Iceman's cold snap. And if you've got Killmonger as well, can be additionally valuable there for like Masochism in Act 5. But Iceman for the immunities, the ability to counter evade champions, and also what was it as well? Oh my goodness. We gotta play some Moon Knight Full Moon, man, with the synergies. Oh, he's so good. How long does he have the full moon for? I think it's like another week, right? He alternates every 7 days. We need to get Darkhawk tomorrow, man. Rank up Moon Knight and play him with the Night Thrasher synergy as well, because he's got 2 very interesting synergies with both of those characters. Yeah, I'd love to see a Civil Warrior buff as well, man. That'd be really good. But yeah, Gem, thank you very much for the super chat. Hey Seatin, is rank 4 Stark Spidey good enough for the first run of Labyrinth? You should, ideally in terms of progression, 100% Act 5 first, prioritize your units on that, get Stark Spidey to rank 5, and then do Labyrinth, because in terms of the rewards, it makes a lot more sense to do 100% Act 5 before you do Labyrinth of Legends. And if you can 100% Act 5, you can easily do you can, what was it? If you can do Labyrinth of Legends, you can easily do Act 5, so you might as well do that first, if that makes sense. Oh, Brian, thank you very much for the super chat as well. Dude, it's all good, man. I'm certainly glad the guides and informational content could be of service. And thank you very much for the tip today. Seatin, please help. I need advice on who to take to rank 5 next. Cosmic Champions. Only Carnage is awakened, but I have Carnage, Venom, Hyperion, or Medusa. Damn, Zermi, you have so many options there, man. So many options. It kind of depends what you need next. Like, there's kind of a good argument for almost every single one of those characters. So yeah, I'd say it's a bit of personal preference, and think about what you're going to use the character for. You know, do you need like Medusa for poison immunity? Do you need the auto block, the armor shatter? Do you need Venom for countering evade champions? Iron Man Infinity War, Hyperion's power gain, is that going to be very useful? Because there's good arguments, man, for every single one. So yeah, if you let me know what you're trying to do next in the game and what you are looking for in a character the most at the moment, then I might be able to steer you in the right direction when it comes to that decision. Yo, DS Grandin, dude, I'm very, I do apologize. I feel like I've totally mispronounced your name, but I've never donated to anyone before, either YouTube or Twitch, but you deserve this, man. Thank you very much. I really do appreciate all the support, man. We've got super chats rolling in today. Thank you. I really, really do appreciate all the support, lads. Thank you so much. Oh, far too generous. And another one from Jeffrey Bowling as well, $2. Thank you very much for the tip, Jeffrey. Hope you're having a good day, mate. Sup, bro? Advice on fighting Act 5 Ultron. Don't have Ghost Rider or Loki. You want to try and bait out heavy attacks in that case. And using any characters that like don't have debuffs is kind of the main thing. So you want to build your team and maybe bring quite a few characters that have no debuffs. I think we've got, if you ever look on the channel, there's like a video that's 5-star Crossbones versus Act 5 Ultron. Crossbones certainly isn't the best character, but might give you a bit of an idea how to handle that matchup, bringing characters that don't trigger any debuffs. So So that would be my advice. But Medusa is the absolute bae if you do have a 4 or 5-star version of her. Oh, perfect. I'm glad. How to set up parry mastery. I'm level 45. I have a look at Dork Lessons video on how to parry, my friend. The mastery tree has changed a little bit, but you just got to get 3 points in the parry mastery, 3 points in stupefy as well, and then watch Dork Lessons video on how to parry if you want to learn some of the techniques there. My goal is to finish Labyrinth of Legends. I know all champions are good, so Cosmic champions are stacked. If it's for Labyrinth of Legends, I'd probably go for Medusa, just because she's such I guess if Medusa isn't awakened. If Medusa isn't awakened, your best option is probably either Carnage or Venom. I don't know who I'd go for. I think Carnage probably has a lot more damage output potential in the longer matchup, so maybe Carnage is going to be a little bit more useful. But what can Venom do as well? Carnage is definitely going to lack a lot on damage when it comes to the matchups where bleed immune, but I guess Venom's a little bit of a similar story. But yeah, I think if you've got 5 out of 5 deep wounds, then I might go for Awakened Carnage over Medusa. But Awakened Medusa would be the probably best option in a scenario where they were all awakened. But I don't think Carnage is going to disappoint, man. But you got a lot of Cosmic champions up there. But I'm assuming these are 5-star champions as well, because the 4-star ones do not work in Labyrinth. Yo, what is up, Rib93 Dude, I'm buzzing for the maze, man. We're going to have some good fun trying to do that 100% a little bit later. I'm not overly looking forward to the aspect of Warpath, though. I feel like we're going to get a bit wrecked on that one. Any chance we'll get a 4 to 5 5-star rank up gem in the Chilled Realms? I would say that chance is probably 0, but who knows? There might be a little bit of tier 5 basic, but we're going to have to see, man. It depends on kind of the difficulty and exactly what is the kind of big challenge with them and whether or not they have like an epic difficulty. So yeah, we have no idea yet about the Chilled Realms. We'll have to see. Will I ever do a live stream where I try to complete or get as far as I can in the Labyrinth using the meme team? Just for the way that the Labyrinth in Rage works, that kind of wouldn't really work. Just because you need to kind of focus on one character and then have that character as a 5-star rank 4 or above. And I just don't have the resources to take meme characters up to rank 4. Like, maybe at some point in the future. But also, it wouldn't really be that interesting. Just because, you know, they're just really, like, long fights in Labyrinth. So, using something like a Colossus would just be really boring. Like, it would just take, like, thousands and thousands of hits to get the opponents down. I don't think it would make for, like, good, interesting content or a fun challenge at all. Because, again, all the difficulty is just really in, like, how long the fights are. Right, let's slap a special 1. Should have maybe gone for a special 2, actually. Ah, well. I do love Iron Man Infinity War's animations. He's quite fun to play. Especially in those longer fights, man, where you can start stacking up the plasma there. What's that? Seatin, I love your channel. Help me big time in becoming uncollected. Just dupe my 5-star Nebula. How gutted should I be as I wanted a god tier like Hyperion and Blade? Well, you know, everybody wants a god tier champion when it comes to the crystals, my friend. But you've always got to look at the comparative spectrum of how valuable your character pool was. And Nebula's not too bad, man. There's some stuff she can do, like reduce robot ability accuracy, some alright damage on the special too. She's got double immunities at her core. She can tank special freeze and big hits and regen back. So she's not the worst character. She's not completely useless. You could have got something like a Hulkbuster or a Colossus, which is just going to sit on your bench indefinitely. So it's alright, man. It's alright. But hopefully you can get some slightly better champions in the future. Could a 6-star Domino deal with Labyrinth? Yeah, definitely, man. Even at rank 1, she would be a viable option to do one path. But you want the Masacre synergy, definitely, if you're bringing Domino into Labyrinth of Legends. And ideally 5 out of 5 deep wounds, so you can get that big bleed, get max benefit off it, and try and race to refresh it. Alright, this should be enough with the nullifier there. Perfect. Yo, what is up, Metal Sonic? Hope you're alright, mate. Hi, Seatin. Who to be my first 4-star... Oh, sorry, rank 4 5-star. I have tier 2 Alpha expiring. You've got Gwenpool, Red Hulk, Hyperion, or Luke Cage, all not awakened. I'm aiming for initial clear of Act 5. What's left? 5.4.3. Okay, so you've just got kind of the remaining bit. Hyperion could be quite good for the final Ultron. Luke Cage is great, though. He's really, really good. Like, I love him as one of my first, what is it, rank 4 characters. Hyperion's really decent as well. Even Unawakened, man. Can work very nicely for that final Ultron. But it depends. If you've got like a 4-star Medusa or a Loki to choose that Ultron with, then I would go Luke Cage, just because Luke Cage is great. He's so much fun. But yeah, there's kind of good arguments for... I would take Luke Cage over Red Hulk, but Gwenpool's got some really nice damage. Hyperion, like, is very, very sick, but does get a huge amount in terms of the 5-star, especially when he's awakened. So you are missing out on a bit of the action there. But I don't know. Personally, I'd probably go between like Luke Cage or Hyperion in your circumstance. Because Luke Cage is great for 100% Act 5 as well. Once we got around to it on the free-to-play, did a lot of heavy lifting there. Yo, what is up, Mr. Sandman? Hope you're doing well. What team... Oh, pardon me, ladies and gentlemen. The stomach is rumbling just a little bit there. What team am I thinking of using this evening for the maze? So that's a bit of an interesting one, because it said on the post that we're going to be able to like scout ahead. So I think I'm just going to like play it by ear and like figure out when it comes to a little bit later who are going to be some of the most effective characters. I'm playing this matchup like ass. But yeah, I'm just going to wait and see, really, man. I don't have like one set team at the moment. Just going to see what happens, because we should hopefully be able to see. But if not, I'll just go in with like rank 5s, man, and figure it out. Taking the Blade, Hyperion, Starkanaut, Spider-Man. Bring Ghost Rider along for the ride as well. Might bring in Medusa. But yeah, I'm curious to see what challenges. But I'm also definitely going to bring my Symbiote Supreme, because the champion's going to be the final boss. That one I know for sure, but I'm not too sure about the rest. Any tips for getting ISO? ISO and gold are one of those things, man, that you're always a little bit dry for in MCOC. The kind of the best solution to getting more is just, again, grind all the champions you can, really. Because once you get a lot of 4-stars and keep on duplicating them, then it starts to roll in a little bit more. But I understand, man, it does take a while to get to that point. It's crazy how Act 5 compares to Variant. Variant is no joke. It's definitely quite the step up, man. Definitely quite the step up. But it's I don't know. It's a welcome challenge, but I think that they definitely need like a little bit of content to like somewhat smooth out the difficulty curve at certain points in Marvel Contest of Champions. And I think with some of the existing content that they have created, there are some easier solutions to this. Like, I personally would love to see all the challenge content, you know, like the Champions Clash, the Celebrity Challenges, brought back as permanent content, because I feel a lot of that, with the various difficulties, kind of falls into certain gaps and would give players more rewards to help smooth out progression. So I'd like to see a lot of the challenges. It'd be great to just have a challenge section in the game where all the challenges that were past available were added back as permanent content, so that people that missed out on them could play them, get their rewards, get more 4-star champions, get more 4-star awakening gems, a few more 5-star shards, signature stones for 5-star champions, and just have kind of that alternate source to gather resources and progress there. So yeah, that'd be really good. How to get so many T4CC crystals? If you want to get a lot of tier 4, the solution is play map 5 Alliance quest or above. That's pretty much it, my friend. If you're doing map 6 in Alliance quest, which I do 5 days a week, you are absolutely rolling in that T4CC. But yeah, just doing map 5 like every single day of the week, or at least like a few days of the week, is definitely a way to get on that one. Tips for Aspect of War in variant 3.2.2. What did I do on that one? I actually used Captain America and like just spammed heavy attacks, because the block proficiency is great for Aspect of War first off. And then also spamming heavy attacks. You're not giving your opponent that much power. So that's kind of the only tip that I've got for the exploration there, Cody. Who else would be quite good? Hyperion. If you've got stacked Hyperion, spamming heavy attacks should work quite nicely on quite a few of the fights. But yeah, I'd go back and watch the live stream, man, of Act 3.2 100%. And just see how we dealt with some of those fights, because it's not overly fresh in my mind at the moment. I think we used Captain America Infinity War for the most of it and just kind of wallop warriored through Korg. Should I 100% Act 4 or move on to Act 5? I'd try and progress as much in Act 5 as you can. Like, just see how you handle the content and if you feel like you're skilled enough to. But if you're not, then use the opportunity to 100% Act 4 and practice and figure out how to get better at parrying, how to get better at evading, and just kind of, you know, use the time in 100% Act 4 to hone your fighting skills there. Right, let's try a cheeky little 5 combo at the moment. I have 7 5-stars at the moment. On my last push for Uncollected, should I rank for my Domino or Ghost Rider, both unawakened? Well, for your last push for Uncollected, Domino is probably going to be a little bit more useful. But Ghost Rider, they're both good, very good characters to rank for as a 5-star. So either one of them is an absolute blessing. So yeah, it's kind of up to you, man. They're both going to hold up. Like, what is it? Ghost Rider's very good for getting to getting through a lot of the stuff because of his regeneration if you're playing him well. And if you watch, I think, a video where we awakened Ghost Rider earlier this year, you can just see how effective, man, his regeneration is. And even on the free-to-play account, I think I used my 4-star unawakened Ghost Rider for quite a bit, especially when it came to that wonderful Bane node. Should I do Road to Labyrinth before Act 5? Definitely not. Do Act 5 before Road to Labyrinth. Don't even worry about Road to Labyrinth until you need to do Labyrinth of Legends initial clear. It's very difficult and the rewards for it suck. It's not great at all. Hector said I use Quake for Aspect of War for suicides. Yeah, I imagine like Quake would work really, really well. That's a great shout for Aspect of War as well. Quake is definitely a bit of an MVP when it comes to that one. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to end the live stream here and put a brand new video live. So we're going to be back a little bit later. I'm just going to go and get some lunch, chill out for a bit, have a bit of a break. But if you want to see Alliance Quest, Map 6, Day 5 Mephisto with a link node active takedown, we've got a brand new boss kill live on the channel. So yeah, if you want to check that one out and smash the like button, that'd be greatly appreciated. But aside from that, thank you all very much for watching, and massive thank you to everybody that sent across the super chat today. Oh man, we got a last minute super chat as well. Right, the Mud People, we got to address this one, man. $10 super chat there. So from the Mud People, I still have not done Realm of Legends. My go-to team in most quests is my 5-star Corvus, a dupe rank 4, my Storm undupe rank 4, my Gwenpool dupe 5-star rank 4, Star-Lord 5-star Max Sig, and Red Hulk. Mate, you're gonna like cream Realm of Legends for that. Like, you can use Gwenpool. I think Gwenpool and Star-Lord are really the two characters to bring. You can use Gwenpool for like Scarlet Witch and Wolverine, especially Awakened, like over 50 hits. he's not going to regenerate at all. So Gwenpool is really, really effective against Wolverine. But just make sure you bring, like, against, what is it, the Vision, you bring Star-Lord. But Gwenpool can do, like, pretty much all of Realm of Legends apart from Vision. So yeah, I go for Gwenpool, Star-Lord, and just build your team around that, really. But damn, you're going to have a very, very easy time. But the Mud People, thank you very much for the super chat, man. Certainly do appreciate it. Realm of Legends, just look at the free-to-play video as well. That might be quite useful for the run earlier this year. But anyway, aside from that, thank you very much for the super chat, man. I certainly do appreciate it. Let's get you quickly updated as our Blobberiest Whale of the Day, because we are going to continue that over onto the live stream a little bit later. But again, absolute mad love. And if you do have any other questions, man, just send them across later, and I'll see if I can keep a bit of an eye on the chat to answer. But yeah, Gwenpool and Star-Lord are definitely the two characters, man, and you're going to have such an easy time in Realm of Legends. Very, very straightforward stuff for a player if you're caliber about, I would assume. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching. Take care and have an absolutely fantastic day. And check out the new video as well.